All right, guys, this South African case is genuinely out of this world. It's State v. Mshumpa and another, 2008. It involves a pregnant woman, a planned hit, an unborn baby, and one major question. Can you murder an unborn child? The facts are as follows. On 14 February 2006, 38-week pregnant Melissa Shelver and her partner, David Best, left a routine doctor's visit in East London, South Africa. After examination, the doctor assured them that their unborn baby girl, whom they planned to name Jenna May, was fine and healthy. But as they got into their car, a gunman named Mshumpa forced his way into the back seat. He angrily ordered David Best to drive to an isolated location. Once they reached the location, Mshumpa shot Best in the shoulder. He then turned around and fired 2 bullets directly into Melissa Shelver's stomach. After shooting Melissa in the stomach, Mshumpa took some valuables and ran away. Upon receiving medical treatment, both Melissa and David survived. But there was devastating news. The unborn baby, Jenna May, had died in the womb from the gunshot wounds. At first, this looked like a terrifying random carjacking, but investigators soon uncovered something much darker. The attack had actually been planned. David Best had hired Mshumpa to carry out the attack. And the shocking reason? David Best wanted Mshumpa to murder his own unborn child because of some complicated personal relationships. The legal question the court had to deal with was whether David Best and Mshumpa could be convicted of murder for causing the death of an unborn child. But why? Well, the court reasoned that under South African criminal law, you cannot be convicted of murder for killing an unborn child. In the court's reasoning, first, look at the definition of murder. At common law, murder involves the unlawful and intentional killing of another human being. An unborn child was not included in that definition. The court could not simply expand the definition whenever it wanted. Doing so could breach the principle of legality. Criminal offenses must be defined by law, not created by judges after the event. In simple terms, the court could not say, from today, killing a fetus is murder. Creating a new crime or extending an existing one in this way is mainly the job of Parliament. The court also stated that while courts can develop the common law, as per Section 39 of the Constitution, such powers are not unlimited. Therefore, the court held that any development must fit within the Constitution and must respect the principle of legality. The court found that the right to life, as protected in Section 11 of the Constitution, does not extend to an unborn child in the same way that it protects a person who has been born alive. The court also saw practical problems. If a fetus became a person for murder, when would that happen? At conception? At viability? At birth? The law would need a clear answer. And there was another problem. Would the rule apply only when someone attacks a pregnant woman? Or could a pregnant woman herself potentially face a murder charge if her actions caused the death of her unborn child? Because of these legal and practical problems, the court refused to extend murder to the killing of a fetus. For criminal law purposes, the unborn child was not treated as a human person capable of being the victim of murder. So, despite the shocking facts, the murder charges could not succeed in relation to Jenna May's death. The case shows how the principle of legality can limit even the court when the facts are deeply disturbing. Thanks for watching.